Peter Kenneth was the preferred candidate from the beginning.
For Jubilee Party.
For Jubilee Party.
But
he could do a good management job. But one of the things that I also want to express a lot of reservations about is the fact that the Daily Nation headline today has all, because we must become a sober and balanced country. I don't like that all the pictures and all the options
Waweru, Kafogo, Kenneth,
are all Kikuyus.
and Bishop Margaret Wanjiru.
Yeah. You know, this is not a country for Kikuyus. This is a country for Kenyans. So we also must start looking at meritocracy. I, however, believe that Peter Kenneth was the right person, is the right person, but then the problem is, how do you get him into the seat if he was coming up short on the votes? And then now again with the insertion of NMS into the equation, you now need a governor who's a figurehead, political figurehead, to manage everything, be the intermediary with State House, because again, Nairobi is a capital city, and work in tandem, in close partnership to deliver. So he'll manage the political aspect of things, they'll do the policy implementation, and then in that regard, Peter Kenneth would be best suited. Have a good relationship with State House for now, and then get implementation and basically no opposition. I must warn, though, that the new governor must also be careful to not be a poster child for misuse. That you don't want just someone who's just made a phone call. Wewe fanya hivi, wewe leta hii. You know, we must respect the Constitution. You know, but then it's not for Sonko to talk about respecting the Constitution when he's corrupt.
Yes.
You don't go and wear gold and dance in your office and do all these things and do raps all over the place and insult everybody and their mother. Anyhowly. And then come again and talk about defending the Constitution. You don't even respect the Constitution. You don't understand the Constitution in the first place.
And in terms of what we have witnessed in the handing over of the 4 key functions by Sonko to the national government and then the aftermath creation of the Nairobi Metropolitan Service, generally when we talk about Article 187, which in this case guarantees that, was it a case of self-infliction for Sonko, and was that the start point of the problems bedeviling the outgoing governor?
Sonko in itself is a person who shot himself, because if you follow the proceedings sequentially, you will notice that, one, he was to be impeached before, but the system, the who is who, came in so that he was not impeached by that time. It was the wrong time to impeach Sonko. They brought all the MCAs to State House and convinced the MCAs that if you want anything to be sorted out in your ward, call State House. It was a plan to create Plan B. Now, they were to impeach Sonko. Who was to replace Sonko? The person to replace Sonko in his absentia might not be good by that time. So they came up with ways so that the former speaker would surrender. In fact, all these things were happening when we didn't have a speaker. So the speaker was brought back, the court proceedings stopped, hanged in the balance. Elach was brought back. From nowhere, Elach resigned. Now a favorite candidate to impeach Sonko was brought in board. The impeachment motion now came out again, and now Sonko is out. Okay,
so do you think him moving to court will perhaps give him a salvageable bond in the case of Embu County Governor Martin Wambora?
Are you serious? No, absolutely not.
Does he not have a chance in terms of what might be presenting before the courts of law?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely. I mean, even if they get a court order, I can tell you they'll defy it. You know what we're talking about. It is so poetic justice. This same Sonko is the one who went and poured human waste
in Embakasi.
Jacaranda Gardens.
Gardens. When NASA was to convene
when the opposition was to convene there. Everybody knows in Kenya, I don't support NASA. Everybody knows that. Yes. The last person I'll support is Raila Odinga. But you see, there are levels of decency and indecency and lines that cannot be crossed. So you went and poured human feces. This administration also has had a penchant for and a reputation for doing digital. What Trump is complaining about, that there was tampering, Remember they opened the server thing?
Yes.
So it is absurd and ironic that at the end of the day, Sonko is a victim of this himself. That he says that the MCAs he took away also used, that their passwords were used to vote against him, nefariously. Okay, this is all.
That was when they were in
online,
Kwale.
When they were in Kwale, which in itself is bribery. So that now this is what happened, and then the Senate went ahead and did what it did and kicked him out.
He wants
now,
equity, comes with clean hands.
Now, exactly.
So how will you take people to court?
You cannot come without clean hands
if you want equity.
and to seek justice.
Okay.
And so what I can tell you is even if he got any orders, which he probably won't, you think those orders will be obeyed? And Sonko himself knows where this war, you see, this war also, as much as people won't tell you this, Sonko himself has said. You saw him on a clip saying, sisi tulikufia rais, na rais sasa ako na roho ya kinyama. I mean, what are you doing?